This is the plaintiff, Shalira Taylor. She says she owns a marketing company in Cleveland, Ohio, and says she created and managed a website for the defendant's bikini model business. She did everything she was hired to do. She created social media accounts for him, which generated high traffic, and now the guy refuses to pay her. How dare he? She's suing for $5,505, the amount she's owed for work performed. This is the defendant, Edward Frazier. He says he met the plaintiff at a bar pre-corona, and she was running for Congress in Ohio. He hired her to create and run a 53-second ad for his film, Celebrity Bikini Model. She has some nerve suing him. And if anyone's owed money today, it's 100% not her. He's accused of not being a model client. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $6,000 for lost wages.
All parties, please raise your right hand. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Milian is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Taylor, talk to me. What is it you do for a living?
Hello, hola, Judge. ¿Cómo está? I wanted to say hello, and I do marketing and promotions for a living. I met the defendant at my friend's restaurant, Hibachi Restaurant, which is downtown Cleveland, and he was interested in donating to my campaign. He said, and he wanted to hire.
What was your campaign? What was your campaign?
I was running for Congress at the time in District 11.
Good for you.
Here in Cleveland. Thanks.
Okay.
And so, as he said, pre-corona, I think it was March 2nd, and he gave me his card and said, hey, I have a movie coming out, and I would like to donate to your campaign. I said, oh, that's great. I have a marketing company, and here's my card. And he said, oh, that's awesome. Well, maybe you can help me market my movie. And I said, sure, maybe I can. So then,
what kind of movie was this?
So it was behind the scenes. I haven't seen it, but the way it was explained to me, it was behind the scenes bikini photo shoot. So think of Sports Illustrated photo shoot, but it was behind the scenes. So that he was speaking to the girls. They were interviews, like going on set, and everything that goes behind the scenes of a photo shoot. And so he said he had celebrities in his movies and other local models, and he gave me a video of an older movie and he said that wasn't the movie that he created, but it was going to be something similar like it. And I said, okay, that's fine. He said it's no nothing, no pornography. It was no nudity, no anything in the movies. So I said, okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you proposed to him that you would do the following. You would get paid $50 for a Facebook ad, $25 for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube social media setup. And then this third one is the lion's share, which is social media marketing, estimated 62 million in total reach on Facebook. Now, that says quantity 30, price 166. So that would be to keep the ad up for 30 days?
Correct. So that would,
and it would cost him $166 a day. And
yes.
How do you make your money? Because
so $66 a day goes directly towards me, and the $100 goes towards the actual ad company that I ended up purchasing later on.
All right. So then what happens?
I was asked to look into some of the options in promoting his website and his movie. And he said, well, how about social media? So then I said, okay, well, we could do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. He didn't have any social media set up for anything. So I told him that he should have social media, and he should have somebody also run his social media. So at that point, he said, okay, it sounds good. We should move forward with the Facebook, social media, Instagram. And so it wasn't just ads on Facebook. I was supposed to handle his social media for 30 days. So
Right, I got it. So he
content up.
agrees to the
Yeah.
price, and we know that because he gives you a deposit of how much? $1,100?
$1,100. So the agreement was.
All right,
that he
and
gives
then
me
what goes wrong? Because apparently Facebook and Twitter and all that, they didn't want that content on their platforms because what? They said it was too
Correct.
racy.
It was too racy. According to Facebook and other mainstream media, so we went to Yahoo and Verizon and other mainstream media, that it was too racy, that even applied anything applied sexual. They even sent art, so even like the Statue of David wouldn't be accepted as promotion
Okay.
on Facebook. So
Okay.
they were really strict. Then Mr. Frazier suggested that we advertise on X sites. And so I said, okay, well, I never advertised
Was that
on
your
XX
idea,
sites.
Mr. Frazier?
Yes, one of my other associates gave me that idea. But
Okay.
as she
So
indicated,
you-
it's not an adult website. It's just ladies, celebrities, modeling in bikinis.
Well, yeah. All right. So once you put that site up, you then said to him, your next payment is due in accordance
Yes.
with the email or the invoice that you had sent him, saying
Yes.
that once you launch social media and Facebook ad, another $2,500 was due.
Yes.
And you, Mr. Frazier, felt
To
that
keep
that
it
was
running.
wrong.
Yes.
To keep it running. And you, Mr. Frazier, felt that she hadn't earned it. Tell me what your complaints are about her services.
Well, basically I was kind of dissatisfied with these service that was rendered. So I told her that I paid like she indicated, I paid $1,200. $200 was for the ads to be created, and $1,000 was for advertising. And so, as she indicated, it was $166 a day, which I paid for. But the ad was only on Pornhub for one day, and so it was taken off like the very next day. So I didn't even get the 6 days.
Yeah, it was
I paid
taken off
for.
by her because you didn't, right, but it was taken off by her because you refused to pay the other $2,500. Now, there's one thing we skipped, which is that at some point during this continuum, he asked you to create a trailer for his movie, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And that was a separate charge. What were you supposed to pay her, Mr. Frazier, for the movie? For the trailer for the movie?
We already had a trailer for the movie, so I didn't really need a new trailer created. We already had a trailer for.
So
the
why
movie.
did you ask her to create one if you didn't need one?
I never
answer
asked
that?
her to create one. We already had a trailer for the movie. It's on my website. So I
His
paid two
website
other
is
ladies
no
to
longer
create the
up
trailer.
as well too. So he did ask.
Can I see the emails? Just a second. Let's just take a look at the emails regarding the trailer or the text. It was actually in text, wasn't it?
Yes, correct. It was a text message.
March 18th. At your convenience, let's create a great trailer. That's you to her. With the right trailer, we can make a few $1 million in a short amount of time. I am still interested in acquiring half of your company. Wow, you guys just race. You don't even know each other. How much will that cost?
I was not gonna.
When we. No, I
Yeah, I
know,
didn't
but that
plan
was
on
kind of
selling.
nutty.
Yeah.
When we have some success with the movie, one of my objectives will be for you to become Congresswoman. Was he sweet on you, do you think?
Yes. Yes, he was texting
Okay.
me, sweetheart, and he said he wanted to take me out and date me, and I told him that I was in a relationship, and I wasn't on that.
Well, he's
So
got you
I
in
think
one
it was
text,
more of
making
that.
millions of dollars, becoming Congresswoman, and investing in your company. I'm ready to aggressively advertise, he says the next day. Well, I hope you're okay. However, if I don't hear from you soon, I will assume you no longer want to do business with me. Gracious. And then you answer, all is well. Thank you. Let's talk about your trailer today. It will be $1,500 for a trailer with no voiceover, just words and music. Let me know when you are available to speak. And then you say, she said that the trailer will be complete today. So how is it that you did not order a trailer for $1,500?
I didn't think it was really necessary to do the trailer because I already had one.
Well, then why were you giving her the business of doing the trailer? Did you have something else in mind that didn't exactly work out? Let's look at the trailer. So you end up creating the trailer, correct?
Yes, and further down, I'd send him the trailer, and he said, "Hey, I like the trailer.
Okay.
I like it better than
But the
the other
trailer was
woman's
exactly like the
trailer."
one I already had. It just had different music in it.
It was
Okay.
cleaned up. It was a few things, and I kept asking for more content so I can create a completely different trailer, but I never received it.
Okay.
I don't know if you have the other trailer as well.
What are you
Jeff.
looking at? Yeah, it's not going to end up on Facebook or traditional media. Yeah. Okay. I think we got the gist. All right. Great. Wonderful. All right. So you create
So-
the trailer for him, and
And there was
that's
a trailer before
$1,500.
that. Yes.
What did he end up doing when he wouldn't pay the money and you put it on pause? He tried to get the information, according to you. Tell me about that.
Correct. So that Friday, I explained to him that in order to keep the site running, that he would have to give me either $2,500 or at least $1,500 to keep it running for the next 15 days. Then he said that he would go and adversely affect my business because of the fact that I adversely affect his business by not providing him the login information for the Traffic Junkie website. So I've given him and I provided him with all the other login information to all the other sites that I created for him, but not the Traffic Junkie because it was my own company's information on there. So my credit card
Right.
information and everything. So
Well, also, the idea is that you're going to run it and that he's paying you $166. You're paying them $100, so the 66 is
Right.
supposed to be your profit for every day that
Correct.
it's up. Right.
Correct.
Okay, so go on. And then what is he? He
Yeah.
actually says something to you about your race for Congress, doesn't he?
yes, so he said that he was going to contact Marsha Fudge, which is the congressperson that I was running against in this district, and tell them that I didn't give him his money back. He then went to the Better Business Bureau and said that he paid for 3 advertisements in which that he did not receive from me, which was a total bold-faced lie. They
All right,
ended
let
up
me talk to you,
calling
Mr.
out-
Frazier. Mr. Frazier, tell me about why you feel that you don't owe her any money.
Well, as I indicated previously, I was dissatisfied with the service that was rendered. So therefore, I just wanted to handle the marketing of the website myself. So basically,
What were you
I paid
dissatisfied
her-
with?
Well, as you stated earlier, I paid to be on different sites like Instagram, Facebook. I didn't really. Our agreement was not for me to be on Pornhub, but it ended up being
Right,
on
but that was
site.
your idea. So what did you think you were going to pay for that? You know, you have to pay something. People don't work for free. So when you come up with putting it on all these different sites, then what did you think you were going to pay? I mean, if you looked at her and said, listen, I was willing to pay you $166 a day for Facebook. Facebook rejected us, so now let's try to put it on these XXX sites, but I'm not willing to pay you $166. I'm willing to pay you $125. You know, if you had told her something or renegotiated, that'd be fine, but all you did was give her the idea, let's go put it on this other stuff. And she said, okay, and then she did. So it sounds to me like you guys renegotiated that part.
Welcome back to the People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin. The plaintiff says the defendant was trying to date her when she made it clear she wasn't interested. He refused to pay for her marketing services. But the defendant says he wasn't interested in adult sites for his video, but that's all the plaintiff could get for him. Let's listen.
So what else were you unhappy with? Because that was solved by your great idea to go to the XXX sites. So what else were you unhappy with?
I felt that we could have did a better job of getting it on the desired sites that I wanted them to be on. I don't feel like we tried hard enough to get it on those sites. and it took a very long time for
Show
that
me
to
where you
transpire.
tell her, well, show me where you tell her, let's try to put it on those sites. I'll clean it up. I'll give you different content. They won't be in scantily clad bikinis. Where do you say that? I don't see you saying that. You figured that you would put it on the sites where you're going to make money. That's the point, is to make money, right? So, you come up with the idea. She's fine with it. That's what ends up happening. And then you don't want to abide by the contract. What's your counterclaim for $6,000? Tell me about that. In lost wages, I guess lost profits.
Basically, if my site is set up, I could have made a lot of money from people visiting my sites, because it was like during the Corona lockdown when a lot of people were just in their house for maybe 2 or 3 months. So I had an opportunity to have millions of people possibly visit the site and probably order the movie. So I lost all that.
Yeah, could have been a millionaire.
Like a captive audience.
Right. So.
Right.
So why didn't you just pay her the $2,500 that you had agreed to pay her once it went on social media sites?
I'm just saying, I didn't never see that.
Okay. So I see in the text where you agree to $1,500 for the trailer. You agree to the $50 and the $75 for setting up the social media, setting up what? His own social media.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then there should have been 30 days at $66 in profit if you hadn't breached the agreement by not paying that amount that you were supposed to pay at the time that you were supposed to pay it. So she would have had $1,980 in profit, and that is a total between the $1,980, the $1,500 for the trailer, and the other two small amounts is $3,605. He's already paid you $1,100, so that means there's a deficit of $2,505, Ms. Taylor. Now, Mr. Frazier, you have a claim against her for the $6,000 because what? Because you didn't read what she had sent you, which was so abundantly clear that you had to make a $2,500 payment. You didn't do it. And then, in fact, in your answer to the complaint, what you're saying is, I gave her $1,000. That should cover many days of advertising. No, because part of that is profit for her, and the rest of and another chunk of what you owe her is a trailer. I showed you your own words. You had no answer for me. So on your counterclaim against her, it's a pity because, yeah, Corona, and people were home. And people are watching, they're on the internet all day long, and they're watching People's Court like wildfire right now. All right? So I get it. I get your complaint, but it's your own fault that you didn't get to capitalize on that. On your counterclaim, $0. On her claim against you, $2,505 additional dollars. That is my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff is going to get about half of what she was suing for, $2,500 instead of $5,500. Mr. Frazier, you're getting nothing for your countersuit, the $6,000 countersuit. How do you feel about what the judge just decided?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. I'm sorry you didn't win your lawsuit, but hey, you don't win them all. Ms. Taylor, how about you? You're only getting half of what you wanted, but you seem happy. You're smiling.
I'm happy. That's actually what I was owed. That's fine. I didn't expect to get the money that wasn't going to actually come to me. So I'm actually very happy.
One other quick question. What happened in your run for Congress? Did you get any votes? What happened?
I did receive some votes. Thank you very much. I actually did not win, but I did receive votes. And clearly I must have been a little distracted during my race with all of this craziness and trying to, run my own business.
Okay. Well, good luck next time. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see what the judges have to say about this. It's time for another session now of After the Verdict.
Shalira Taylor, the plaintiff in this case, a very sharp and poised woman. She ran for Congress. That takes a lot of guts, wouldn't you say?
It does.
And certainly in this case, as you went through the evidence, it looks like there was a contract, but the actual performance of the contract became impossible because the content was too racy, and you found that by their conduct and their actions and their communications, they modified it, right?
Right. And that happens sometimes when you're in the midst of a business negotiation. You have to pivot, And the question is, if at that point he had texted, I'm not paying the same rate for these other sites, that'd be fine. Or I don't want my content on these sites. But it was actually his idea to put them on all those sites.
Right.
So Margie wants to know this. Hey, Harvey, can a landlord all of a sudden charge a COVID cleaning fee if it's not in the lease I signed? The answer is no. You are not responsible for maintaining that apartment beyond what the lease provides. And if the landlord needs to do general measures, especially in public areas, to keep things safe, it's on the landlord, unless there is some kind of homeowners association where they can impose a fee. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case are inside the courtroom.